Welcome back to another 13 days of Christmas. Katie's got the mystery box of blends. She's going to grab one out of there, and we'll see what we're having tonight. Jars and bags and tins in there.
Thankfully, I didn't put it together, but it is pretty easy to feel bag or tin or jar.
There's actually some bonuses coming too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Boswells Christmas cookie.
That sounds good. A lot of people like that one. It's pretty well known. See if I can look that up. I know it's an aromatic.
It's going to be a sweet one. Yes. Take a whiff.
Yeah, it smells good.
Which one?
Either one. Here we go. Boswell's Christmas Cookie. An aromatic that you can smoke year-round with a very pleasant vanilla cookie flavor. To definitely please everyone in the room, as well as the serious smoker. You do not need to like aromatics to enjoy this blend. A heady smoke all day long. This was one of the first blends that Dan Boswell created in November of 2002. Dan worked on this blend for 7 months to get it right for Christmas of 2002, which he created an amazing, smooth, delightful, no-bite blend. When it was offered to our Boswells customers, it was the start of not only as a seasonal blend, but right after Christmas of 2002, we went to take it off the counter, and the outpour of customers saying we need it all year, we could not say no to that. That's why Christmas Cookie is available all year round.
Nice.
This is a black Cavendish and Cavendish blend with alcohol, liquor flavor, vanilla, and whiskey. This might make the short list of aromatics I might truly enjoy. And I do believe this one was a sample given to us by old Uncle Mike. Thank you, sir. I'm going to light up real quick, and I'm going to try and smoke and read aloud at the very same time.
You can do it. I probably can't, but you probably can.
I've been practicing. I don't know if they're going to be able to hear me. Never mind, I'm not even trying. It does taste good so far. So, tonight's poem is not a Christmas Carol, but Christmas Carol by Sarah Teasdale. The kings they came from out the south, all dressed in ermine fine. They bore him gold and chrysoprase and gifts of precious wine. The shepherds came from out the north. Their coats were brown and old. They brought him little newborn lambs. They had not any gold. The wise men came from out the east, and they were wrapped in white. The star that led them all the way did glorify the night. The angels came from heaven high, and they were clad with wings. And lo, they brought a joyful song, the host of heaven sings. The kings they knocked upon the door, the wise men entered in. The shepherds followed after him to hear the song begin. The angels sang through all the night until the rising sun, but little Jesus fell asleep before the song was done. That is all.
It's a nice mix. All it needs to be like pure sugar cookie taste is just a little bit of almond.
It might have had that, but it has been waiting a while. Much like that Maltese Falcon. Things change with time.
Mm. That's the secret ingredient of our homemade sugar cookies. It's almond extract. Just a little bit. Can't give it to your friends with nut allergies.
This is very pleasant. I don't know what the room note's like, though. Got it loaded in my cheapest of cobs, my tasting cob, which just got a coat of clear epoxy all the way around it because the shank, when it was warm, started to come loose, and I'm not having that. So that is all epoxied in place, and I didn't like the one spot of epoxy on the raw cob. It just looked like I didn't do a good job, so I did the whole thing. Now it's pretty unique. See how long I can make this $5 cob that I picked up, how long I can make it live for. Taste a little bit of the liquor in the vanilla.
Mm-hmm. I can see that being a year-round one.
This is going to sound insulting. I don't mean it that way. I think some of the components that they use to make up this blend are some of the same components that are used in Captain Black.
Maybe.
Somewhere in there, I'm getting something similar. So I'm not saying it's like Captain Black, but there's a flavor in there that rings of that. Hand over fist, this is much better than Captain Black, to be clear.
Yes.
So, on a Christmas topic, Christmas presents before the day, on the day, or for the people who are super budget minded, 3 to 4 days after. Because there are whole families that wait, and their entire Christmas tree is filled like the day after Christmas with clearance gifts. Because it's not about the value of the gifts, it's about like giving and being merry and whatnot, and to try to maximize that, which I guess is no more or no less capitalistic. I don't know.
I mean, they have great sales. Like, that's the majority of our present shopping was all on sales. So, I could see that being a thing like in years past where that would make that much more of a difference waiting until after. I think all of it. Do some presents early, do some presents the day before, do some presents in stockings day of.
Yeah, you want to
and then everybody go shopping and have fun together with all their gift cards.
How about this? When we don't have kids in the house, if we do this again, we can do a present for each other each night that we try a blend. Does that work for you?
13 presents? As much as I would love to get 13 presents, I don't know that I need that many things, and I know I can't come up with that many things for you every year.
I'm impossible.
You are difficult.
I
to
had
shop
stuff
for.
show up for me that I bought for myself today.
Yeah. I can't get you tobacco because whatever you talk about liking,
I've already
you're
ordered.
gonna get it. Or yeah, you've already ordered it.
Or at least a little bit. I'm bound and determined. I'm going to find that tobacco that I can't live without. I found a few that I would like to not, but I don't have one that I couldn't live without.
I do not know. I like spreading it out. A little bit of presents all the time. But odd schedules and shared schedules have kind of necessitated some of that.
See, I'd rather it be after than before, but more than any of that, I'd rather it be on the day.
I really like this tradition I saw crop up a couple times on the Instagram. I think it's Norway or Finland. They exchange books on Christmas Eve and spend all night reading and eating chocolate. Down with that.
Well, if I did one of those, I definitely wouldn't be reading, because I don't read on the toilet. As a diabetic, if you take diabetes medicine, you'll know that once your sugar gets too high, you're done socializing for the night. I'm sure that's the conversation everyone wanted to have tonight.
Yes. Always.
We could talk about your seasonal beverage that you have.
The Liquid Death cider that you found.
Liquid Death's Psycho Cider.
That's tasty. And a couple grams of sugar. I like their melon.
I've been digging the berry.
Berry is also good.
Well, that's a berry tea. But yeah.
Yeah.
Ruffles is in a very cuddly mood.
All day long. Yeah, Huff.
We're talking about you, dog.
She was convinced the whole time I was doing beaded snowflakes this evening for one of our crafts that we had food that we weren't giving her.
You were at the table, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's plenty of times we do things at the table that don't involve food, though.
She's a smart dog, but she's hyperfixated on a few things in her life. Squirrels, human food, and making sure nobody surprises you.
Yes.
Except me. She's totally fine with me surprising the hell out of you.
Yes. You don't protect me against Dad. You jerk. Unless we're outside and you get out of sight and she doesn't know for sure it's you.
Well, since you don't have a filter, is it bitey at all?
I don't think so, but I don't think a lot of things are bitey.
Yeah, I got bit. I get bit real hard. Sometimes I get bit for days.
That sucks.
It does. Which is why I've just defaulted to filters all the time.
I think part of the reason I don't like them as much is because I don't notice as much of a difference. Sometimes taste-wise I do. Feels like it's muted. But it's one more thing to clean. I got enough shit to clean. I barely keep the pipes clean.
It does take the taste down a notch, but after a while, you get used to picking up all the subtle flavors that are just down a notch, like you're more sensitive to that. I'm sure Randy knows what I'm talking about. He smokes filters as well. He has the same problem I do.
No, none of that.
Well, I don't think the rest of the video needs to be Katie petting Ruffles. I don't have another topic, so I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Talk to you later. Bye.
Merry Christmas.